YouTube Damo_23 here, and welcome back to another massive episode of Leicester Reborn. In today's episode, we've got another game in the championship against another side that are touted as favourites to come up with ourselves this season. Since we last met, things have been going swimmingly well, but the last couple of games we have a lot of things we have to point out. And with that being said, if you enjoy the content, give it a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and of course, as always, we're live on stream, so links are down below to come follow us live on Twitch or to watch one of the VODs that will be up for 30 days post this recording. With that being said, let's get straight into it with the schedule. And 18 games played. We've not lost a game. We've not drawn a game domestically all season. Things have been going swimmingly. More importantly, since we last met, which was Watford at 3-2 in the league, 4-1 against Plymouth, was 1-1, I think, at one stage, before we decided to put some domination. But more importantly, 3-1, 4-0, 4-1, 2-0, 4-1, 3-1, 3-2. Only 2 clean sheets. 3 clean sheets in the last month and a half, 2 months. All of a sudden, this very good defence of ours starting to go by the wayside. I want to touch on the last 2 games that we played because they've been the 2 games that have been on stream, and it's not been great at all. Against QPR, we absolutely dominated. We've had a few niggly injuries for Vardy and Daka, so the team hasn't been 100% settled, but defensively not bad. We rotated a bit here against QPR because we had a massive game against West Brom in the Cabaret Cup. Dominated until we decided that we wanted to concede every goal under the given sun. We hit the woodwork 4 times, and as you can see, XG 2.7, score just over XG, that's okay. But conceding chances, conceding goals, and to be fair, if it wasn't familiar late doors, we would have conceded and drew 3-3. So we're still vulnerable to a late team surge. It wasn't great, and if you remember the Watford episode last game out, Watford again is Marley style with pace causing us issues. As much as Big Harry Souttar has been fantastic and is loving life in the championship at a 7.4, and he's a big threat from set pieces, I think there's a little bit of a worry that this guy may not be quick enough to do it everywhere else. I will say 6 caps, 7 goals for Australia. Harry Souttar ain't too bad, isn't he? Look, West Brom, Cabaret Cup, this game made me want to rip my hair out on one of those games you just cop on FM. Cup game, you'll batter your opposition, no matter what you do, you're not allowed to score. We scored early with Harvey Barnes with a great goal with his non-preferred left foot before we dominated. 3.26 XG, 22 goals, Daka on a 6.1. I know Tom FM did a Leicester save, a Leicester video 3 days ago. I obviously started this about a week and a half ago, so after Tom, before Tom released his content. By the way, check it out, Tom FM, one of the biggest FM streamers around. Or YouTubers, I should say. He got Daka to score 1 million goals in the championship with 2 up front, but playing very narrow. I play wide because I like my wingers. Patson Daka has moments where, I'm going to score a hat-trick today and then I'm going to miss some 51-1s the next day. 22 shots, 9 on target, XG 3.26, and West Brom had chances late to knock us out of the Cabaret Cup. As things were, we got through with a clean sheet. Meslier again, fantastic. If it wasn't for Meslier and his ability to make a big one-on-one save, we may have been in trouble. But all of a sudden, at one stage it looked like we were barely going to concede a goal. He's now conceded 11 and 17, which isn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. My issue is that we're starting to concede goals, and we're starting to not score over XG in a couple of recent games. I think this World Cup break, which obviously we'll embark on after this game against Southampton, might be coming at the right time, because I think this team with a few niggly injuries is starting to get a little bit jaded, a little bit unsettled, and a little bit, we need a rest. And the form, even though it's been fantastic, could really start slipping if it wasn't for this World Cup break. With that being said, it's a perfect time to play Southampton, knowing that get through this game, big 90 minutes, win the game of football, and then we can charge on to the second half of the season, where we'll still get a lot of games in January, but it is what it is. In terms of that, the rest of the squad looks fantastic. I have to say Ian Nacho's got himself, doing what needs to be done, and, Patson Daka, I'm not going to start today. Vardy's been having a knock, but we're going to start Vardy in another big game. I think the worry for me is going to be worrying about Harry Souttar. I really like him. I'm Australian, so trying to even take my Aussie hat off. For what you want in the championship is a big centre-back that can deal with all aerial set pieces. He does that. My issue is Mangala Sarr, put him to the sword. Lyndon Dykes has a bit of pace, put him to the sword. There's a couple of times that he's been gotten in behind by other strikers. Just think he maybe long-term may not be as good as we need him to. But yeah, it is what it is. With that being said, though, the rest of the team's pretty well-rounded, a pretty full strength. Iheanacho has to be spoken about. He's got 10 and 15 now. His recent form has been outrageously consistent, and he's now got himself back into a starting 11 spot, coming back from injury. Alex Stott is still still developing, still looking good, still doing a lot of things as well. Harvey Barnes is okay. I think the big one is Lucas Moras, 12 goals in 17 appearances and 7 assists. It's hard for me to fit everyone in. It may be a case that Vardy makes ways in Akshay, Barnes, and Mora to get them all in the same team. Anyway, without further ado, let's go have a look at Southampton, who were one of the favourites to come up with us. Currently on 37 points, have lost their last 2 games and have not won in their last 4. So a good time to be playing them. Lost in the championship against Birmingham, drew to Norwich, lost to Rotherham, and lost to Luton in the Cup as well. Important to note in the Cameroon Cup, next episode, I'm playing Spurs with Ange Postecoglou at the home in 6th, and then looking okay Spurs as well. So yeah, very interesting to see how the Australians going. Who was their latest bit of transfer that they did? Basuma? I don't think that's been done in real life. No, it has been. Basuma's there at Spurs. So it doesn't look like they made any sort of signings. But anyway, Ange is Ange, and that's my beta say for next year anyway. All right, let's get into Southampton. Let's see what we can do. If you're in the Twitch chat, give me a score prediction. I know there's a few of yous in here. And look, let's go have a look at how this team's lining up. They do have Fabio Carvalho on loan from Liverpool, who in real life it looks like we're trying to get rid of, which is a shame. Gavin Banzu is a very good keeper for the championship. Has some development for sure. Yan we need to get at, as an aggressive fullback, not particularly greatest. Kautakar, 26 isn't the quickest. Salisu's fantastic. Walker Peters, pretty good footballer for this level. Diallo, Zobinin's not bad. Peru, the defensive left wing back. I think he's very good for the championship. Fabio's outrageous wonder kid. He's going to be fantastic. Joey Aribo is a very good footballer at 26 years of age. And Orsic is one of the best players in the league. So there we are. They got Broja on loan from Chelsea, who I think could be starting for him. Bella Kotchap is okay, the 20-year-old German. Shea Adams has got pace off the Bench. Tino Livramento probably should be starting for him at the moment as well. Stuart Armstrong's okay. Yeah, so, it's a team that Paul Nacho's on the bench. They're a very, very, very good side. Last we've got to mention, I may complain that our form, or we're dropping, we're just too good for the championship, because if we were in the Premier League and we started playing the way we have and, start letting teams have half a mile on us, we lose games. It just shows how good we're in the championship. We've won 18 from 18. I can't really complain. We're on 54 points. So, yeah, it is what it is. We haven't even looked like... This is the thing. We haven't looked like losing a game, but we have looked like squandering away leads. Like, we've always been ahead in games. We haven't been behind apart from once, which was Norwich, and then we came back and beat them 3-1. So, yeah. Drewsbury Hall drives to the box, outside the boot, but straight up Bazunu, who was perfectly fine there, Gavin, and got down well. But yeah, so even though me saying, our recent last little bit of form not great, we've won 18 from 18. We haven't looked like losing apart from Norwich for half a minute, and there's been a couple of games where we've looked like throwing away a lead. As it stands though, 0-0, set piece. Drewsbury Hall's got a good left peg, and can he find the top bin? He can't. He puts that one over the bar. 0-0, 22 minutes played. Interesting to see what we can do now. 30 minutes on the clock. Looking good. Melier. Drewsbury Hall. Indindi. Luke Thomas. Looks inside. Wilfred Indindi. Mangala Sarr. Thomas. Harvey Barnes. Driving. Running. Finishing. 1-0. 35 minutes played against one of the big boys in the championship, Southampton. And, Harvey Barnes makes a great run. And, with all the attention mainly being on Lucas Moura being our best winger, even though he doesn't start for me, Harvey Barnes is still a fantastic footballer. And the number 7 with a great run and a great finish, and that is a good goal. Part of me wishes he cut it to Iheanacho, I'm not going to lie. Now, Jamie Vardy's not done much up front, but he's obviously a good enough footballer to have on, and he's not going to be on the park anymore because he decided to go get sent off. We haven't had too many red cards this year. That might be the first one. The other 10 men, I'm actually going to move Scott as a shadow striker on attack, and that's literally it. The rest of just go out there and play with 10 men. Strikerless. corner, set piece. Drewsbury Hall, this is massive. Top bin, thank you. Round the wall, top bin. What a save from Ben Bazanu to keep it out. He did well to keep, made up good ground. That was massive for us to score there. If we score there 2-0 right on half time with 10 men, huge. Now, I am going to stay in the same system because for me, the system doesn't really change. I've got cat hair in my nose. This cat is just hair everywhere, this ragdoll. But anyway, 52 minutes played. Away we go, yeah. Chat saying Louis, yeah. That's the cat, don't wear his name out. Alright, 60 minutes played. Castagne's not 100%. He's just picked up a booking. So James Justin's going to come in. Few of these boys getting really tired. Ian Nacho for Lucas Moore, light for light with Harvey Barnes. I think that's important. Wilfred and Dindy. I think we're going to bring in... Forgot to bring Samar to the bench. Right, so now we're in a little bit of trouble. Alex Scott's going to come in. We're going to go Ndindi off. Drewsbury Shaw. Alex Scott's actually going to go as a deep line playmaker and support. Ndindi's going to go up front. And Patson Daka's going to go on the last man as an advanced forward on attack. And preferably in the middle of the park. Thank you. Highlight. Harry Suita. Wait. We're down to 9 men. I have not had a red card all year. Now we're down to 9 men. Okay. Wow, we have lost our heads. Harry Suiter's at fault with that one. Mate, don't do any of that. It's just... Low block, mid block. Don't do any of that. We're gonna have to come here and cop it. Alright, now we change again. Alright. Dindy's not coming off now, that's fine. Having Barnes into the hole, Lucas Moore up front, advance forward. Force them around the outside, please. Wow. Just wow. Just wow. Well, how we don't lose from here, I don't know. This is ridiculous. With 9 men. Walker Peters. Force him to shoot. That's fine. That's the highlight. That's okay. Come on, boys. We don't want highlights here. Boys look dead out there. They look tired as well. Lucas Moore is going to drop into the hole. Patson Daka's now going to go up front for Harvey Barnes. Braybrook's going to go out there for Ndindi, who is dead. Alex Scott for Johnny Evans, which I know might look a little bit weird, but ball winning midfielder on dead, just defend Johnny. 9 men. Are we going to hold on with 9 men? A 9-man Leicester side had held on for a 1-0 win. We had 9 men. Vardy and Drewsbury Hall, 2 big players for us, both sent off. I have not received 1 red card all season and bang, 2 red cards for 2 really bad challenges. Yes, fine them and fine them big time. Well, that was a bit interesting. We won. It's 19 wins in a row, but what in the earth was that? Obviously, we gave away a lot of the game towards the end, but that was ridiculous. Clean sheet, that's all that matters. And confirm that. Both of you, keep your head. Like, can we have a look at red cards? Like, surely we can have a look at teams with red cards, right? Team detailed cards. Cards, no. Cards, red, 4. Leicester 2. 2 red cards, same game. Yellow cards, 35, but only 2 red cards. And both in the same game. Wow. Anyhow, it is what it is. We won, so that's all we need to say. After a very interesting 90 minutes, it's been Leicester 1, Southampton 0, 2 double footers, 2 really bad challenges where both guys probably should miss 3 weeks. But we've held on with 9 men, didn't really see a highlight, and we won 1-0, and that's all that matters. Till next time, when I play Spurs in the championship, in the Cabarro Cup, I'll see you guys again. Hopefully, I'm still undefeated in the championship. And I wonder who's going to win the World Cup, because we'll let you know next episode as well. Till next time, give it a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you very much, and see you then. Bye.